That way, if anyone decides to listen in, they can answer the questions for themselves. All right. So this doesn't have to be like structured or anything. We really just kind of wanted to have an outlet for people to join to talk about their week that they had, set some goals for the week before. If they're reading You Are a Badass or any other type of book, to talk about that and the takeaways and everything. So we do have a list of questions just to get started and to get the ball rolling, but this conversation can deviate anywhere. So one of the first questions we have, let me see. So what are you most proud about from this past week? It can be anything with nutrition or fitness or mentally, emotionally, anything like that. And Jillian, you can answer too, so it's not all Tammy. It's like an interview.
I worked out every day but Friday.
Nice, that's awesome. What was your favorite workout?
I don't really have a favorite because I was at the gym. But yeah, I was fine until all the big muscle guys came over to my little section, and I'm like, really?
Yeah, that's annoying.
What gym do you go to?
ATC Fitness.
Oh, okay.
So when you get your 21-day fix workouts, are you going to be streaming them at the gym or doing them at home?
Probably doing them at home. In fact, I've already got everything. I got it Friday.
Oh, nice.
Work. So I just haven't read through everything because I got the.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I just haven't read through it all yet. I was going to actually plan on sitting down today and reading through and.
Nice. Yeah, it's I get a lot of questions about setting up for 21-day fix because I think it seems kind of daunting. Like you have the containers and then a certain number of containers and lots of different components. So definitely take the time to read through I think it's called like the Quick Start Guide and the Meal Plan Guide, just so you have an understanding of what you're getting yourself into. Okay. And then from there, it's pretty easy. You just kind of calculate how many containers you need based on your fitness goals, and then you come up with a meal plan based on the number of containers you can eat. And so we obviously have options for that in our Love Yourself group, but there's tons of other ones on, like, Pinterest is a great source, Google, and all of that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, on Pinterest, I see so many people say like 21-day fixed approved recipe, or like alternate meal plans, vegetarian, gluten-free. So many people post about that. So that is a really good resource.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jillian, what was your accomplishment from last week?
I also worked out every day other than, I think, Tuesday, and I don't know why that was. But yeah, so basically I took before pictures for the first time on Sunday and realized that I really have a journey to embark upon. And I want results. And the only way I'm going to get those is to really, really work out every single day of this, of the T25 calendar. So, and also Adam, my boyfriend, started working out with me, shockingly. And he also wants to start drinking, ordering Shakeology. He's like,
okay.
I want, what's the point of working out if I'm not fueling my body? And I was like, oh, I'm so proud. But yeah, so anyway, I did the workout every day. I mean, they were challenging, and there were days I came home and I was like, no, I don't want to work out. And Adam would be like, I've been sitting here waiting for you to get home so we can work out. and so I'm like, all right, then we will. And that day, actually it was yesterday, Friday. No, 2 days ago, Friday. I guess I was most proud because I was just like, it's Friday. I don't want to work out. I just got home from work. It's been a long week. And so I got home. That's the day that Adam was like, what the heck? I've been waiting to work out. And so I did. And it turned out to be the easiest day for me. You know how you have those days of working out when it's it feels so terrible. and then those other days when you just feel like you have so much energy. And it was, not that it was easy, but like it was the first day that I didn't, like, I'm known to pause, the workout. Like I finish it and I do the whole thing, but sometimes I'm just like, I need to pause right now. And I like pause the least. I got through the parts that I really wanted to get through without stopping and without modifying. And so I was really proud of that.
Nice. Mm-hmm. I actually did not work out very much this week. So this is like one of my downfalls, is because I'm doing the Hammer and Chisel program. And I felt like I just had such low energy all week long. And I worked out once during the week, and then I worked out today. So I didn't stick to my workout plan, but I feel like even though I was off track with my workouts, I feel like my body just like needed a rest almost. And so I let it rest, and I'm going to get back into it starting today. But for me, I was really focused on the nutrition, because if I'm not going to work out, I at least have to drink my Shakeology and like fuel my body properly. So I was focusing a lot on that. And then I also focused on sticking to my meal plan, because a lot of the times I post the meal plans and I have all intentions of following them and eating them and everything. And then about halfway through the week, I'll realize that I didn't prep one thing, or I forgot to get something at the grocery store. And so then I just like completely fall off track. So I focused on that this past week, which felt good. Because I feel like for me, I feel the biggest difference when I'm sticking to the nutrition side versus working out. Like if I had to choose one, I would see results if I focus more on nutrition rather than exercise, just because I typically work out anyways. So that's usually the hardest part for me.
I agree about the nutrition for sure. I fall off the wagon with that, and it does make a huge difference. And I'm also proud this week that I stuck to this is such a big accomplishment. I didn't buy any other food outside of the groceries I purchased on Sunday last week.
Nice.
So I only ate, what was approved. Sometimes I'd have like a little bowl of yogurt, but which wasn't necessarily on the plan, but I didn't, I think last time when I really was trying to focus on my nutrition, all of a sudden I started eating like a piece of toast every night. And then it just became like 2 pieces of toast, and it just like spiraled downhill. So I've really been focusing on like, if I'm hungry at night, just Shakeology, and sticking to that. So I feel really energized for week 2.
Okay. So Tammy, you have a family, right? You have 2 little boys?
I have 2 boys and a daughter.
So how do you find, I know you're not following the 21-day fixed meal plan yet, but how do you find the just like meal planning in general and like feeding a family of 5 versus 1 or 2 people?
It's difficult because I feel like I have to make 1 meal for me and then a separate meal for them.
Oh, so you eat different meals?
I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But since my husband's been out of town, it's a lot easier for me to make 1 meal for everybody in the house than it is when my husband's at home, because he is very adamant about not eating nutrients. Nutrients don't taste good. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he's at home, it's a lot harder because there's things that I will eat that he won't eat. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out, okay, well, what can I make that's going to be enough to fill you up that I can eat? And that's where I tend to fall off the wagon is having to cook for everybody.
Yeah.
So
I can see that. I've heard of people in a similar scenario as you, where they like will make a steak or something for their husband with like a side salad and like rice or something, and then the wife typically just like takes a little piece of it, so they'll just like cut a little bit of the steak off and then like have the other side, so it's like a huge meal for the husband and then just like portions basically for everyone else in the family.
yeah, well, steak is one of my go-tos.
Yeah.
Help.
For him or for you?
For me, I can eat a 9-ounce filet and not think twice about it.
Yeah.
But, I know if I'm going to do that, I have to get the teeny tiny 6-ounce filet because I know with the grease and fat, half of that, at least an ounce or two is going to come off that steak.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I try not to eat a whole lot of red meat, and I'll get the ground turkey for me, and because it tastes just as good, if not better, than the ground beef.
Mm-hmm. So. I've been getting ground chicken lately, which has been like, for some reason, I just never thought to get that because I've never seen any recipes with it. I've only seen ground turkey, but it's really good, actually.
That's Samantha.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, you can go now. Shut your door on the way. That's my oldest boy.
What's his name?
Caleb.
Mm. All right. So another question, what are your goals for the upcoming week?
Well, today would be my meal plan, and then to stay on that and work out at the same time.
Yeah.
So those are my goals.
Nice. Jillian?
I would say I have the same goals. I'm going to go grocery shopping today, and I'll meal prep, and I want to stick to the meal plan again and continue to work out. Yeah, and continue to stay positive because that's a huge thing for me. I easily get down, or I convince myself I don't need to work out. And it's all mental. So yeah, I would like to stay positive. What about you?
Definitely be more consistent with my workouts, which I think I'll be able to do. And also for me, I work out in the morning usually. And so the first half of my day nutrition wise is always like really good because I want to fuel my body. And I'm like, I just worked out super hard. So I don't want to eat like fried food or chocolate or anything. But then by the end of the day, I forget about that workout and I'm like, I deserve chocolate or I deserve this. And so, another goal is like if I ever do have a craving late at night to also have Shakeology or just like tea or something, because a lot of the times I think it's boredom more so than actually being hungry. So to stay more on track with nutrition at nighttime.
Now with the Shakeology, do you take it before or after you work out?
So I work out like first thing in the morning. So I usually don't have anything before I work out other than my Energize. And then I'll have it about an hour after I work out.
Okay.
But I think it's the healthiest option for dessert too. So sometimes I'll have it twice a day if I'm craving something like sweet.
So if I normally work out after work because that's the easiest time for me.
Okay.
So from work to the gym. So I guess while I'm in the process of making dinner, once I get home, I can have that shake just to re-energize. And
yeah, definitely. And especially if you find yourself like snacking while you're making dinner because you're so hungry after you work out. You do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do that a lot.
Then that would be perfect. So when people ask me the best time to have Shakeology, I usually recommend the time that you're most likely to skip a meal, because a lot of people skip breakfast or something, or the time when you're most likely to eat junk food or snack when you shouldn't, or just have something unhealthy, something like that. So if that's a time for you that you're really hungry because you just worked out, you're making food, so it's readily available, I would definitely have it then.
Okay.
Yeah. I see someone joined us on the phone, but I can't see your name. Who is that? Maybe they're on mute.
Hi, it's Emily Lovejoy.
Oh, hey, Emily.
Sorry for being late.
That's okay. We were just talking about, well, first we talked about what you were proud of from last week, and then any goals that you have for the upcoming week. Do you have
Gotcha. Okay.
for either of those?
Say that.
Do you have any ideas for those, what you were proud of last week or goals for the upcoming week?
Yeah, this is a really good week for me. I did all of my workouts and feel like food-wise, I did. I basically ate all the containers that I was supposed to. So, pretty excited up until now with the Super Bowl tonight. Pretty much a perfect week. So.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah, I guess the biggest thing for me coming up this week is just trying to keep my alcohol consumption under wraps, especially tonight.
Yeah.
So saved some yellow containers for that. So.
Yeah. That one thing I love about 21 Day Fix is that it still allows you to have like wine and chocolate and chips and stuff like that in moderation.
Right.
Do you guys have Super Bowl plans?
I have my family and a friend over, and so we each are making a couple of appetizers and just sort of having that as dinner, just watching at home. So
Nice.
should be good.
We have no plans either. We're just going to sit at home and watch.
Yeah. Are you guys invested in the football teams or just to watch?
I'm not.
For me, it's the commercials.
Yeah, me too.
I watch for the commercials. My 12-year-old is actually going to watch because of the football teams.
Oh, okay.
His big go-to sport is football.
Aw. Nice. Yeah, I watch for the
What
commercials.
about you, Sam?
I'm going over to a friend's house, and we're doing similar, just drinks and appetizers and stuff.
Cool.
But
Usually I watch for the food. I totally blank out. I don't know what's going on in front of me, and I'm shoveling food into my mouth. Except for this, I'm not doing that. But I made like a pizza dip last year. It's like layers of like all this cheese and sauce, and you dip like, pizza crust into it. I made so many dips, but yeah. Get this year.
you can still make them, just find a healthier alternative for them.
That's true. I didn't really plan for that, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll make something with like buffalo cauliflower bites.
Oh, I did that last year.
I love those.
They're so good. It's so easy.
This year I'm making a recipe called, I think it's called like Bangin' Good Shrimp, which is Skinny Kate's healthy version of, like Bonefish Grill's like fried delicious shrimp. So should be good.
Yeah, that sounds really good. I love anything with seafood.
Same. And I feel like during Super Bowl games, everyone always brings like lots of dips and cheesy things. So trying to bring something with some protein and something a little healthier.
I think that's the trick, because so many people do like resort to just like the fatty, creamy dips, or just like lots of cheese or crackers and like unhealthy things. So I feel like it's up to us to bring the healthy thing, not only for us to snack on, but also because I'm sure I feel like other people always kind of want that, but it's just
right.
Available. So we'll see. Maybe I'll pick up a veggie platter or something.
Oh yeah, that's always a good idea.
Yeah.
At least you can dip your veggies in some cheesy stuff instead of it always being crackers.
Yeah, or pizza dough. Or crackers.
Yeah.
All right. So the last question we have is about You Are a Badass. Is anyone reading that book?
Not yet.
I got it, and I'm like 4 pages in, but I'm excited for it.
And Tammy, you're not reading it yet?
Not yet. I'm finishing the Calendar Girl series before I read it.
What is that?
It's kind of like a 50 Shades of Grey, but it's a girl who is bailing her. The gist of it is her dad got mixed in with the wrong crowd. He got in with a loan shark. Well, the loan shark beat him up. The dad owes the loan shark $1 million. So his oldest daughter is working as an escort for the year to pay off the debt.
Whoa.
So all kinds of interesting guys. I mean, she doesn't sleep with all of them. And then she found out in September that she has a half brother that she didn't know about. So, and it pays off. He pays off the rest of her debt. His dad ended up giving her half of his company. So this is all, everything's new to her, and she's like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to handle it all and all that. And then her first client, January, she's actually fell in love with, and now they're dating, and it's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, that sounds intense. You Are a Badass is not like that.
I didn't figure it was, but yeah, I'm going to read it as soon as I get done with this series.
Nice.
Hopefully today.
Tim, have you read it yet? The entire book?
I did. I actually listened to it on Audible.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, it's so as a fitness coach, one of the 3 vital behaviors that we do every day is personal development. And so that was one of the books that I read. And that was like my favorite book so far. And it was the one that made me decide that I wanted to become a fitness coach full time, and that I could do it and that I could pursue it. And so that's always like my most favorite book that I always recommend to people. No matter, I mean, not even if you're a fitness coach, but just to anyone, like no matter what dream you have, you can reach it if you set your soul on fire and actually take action to achieve it. So.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through it right now. I've been juggling that book and another book called The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving an F. And I mean, they're both wonderful. You Are a Badass has such a positive message, and the thing that I like most is that she ends every chapter with basically like, you need to love yourself. And I know that's like such a simple thing, and maybe most of us do, but I think that I definitely need to work on that the most. And then The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving an F is a little more intense in language, but like it has been making me think. It's just funny because you're supposed to really consider like what you want to give your, like the cares that you have. Like think about them as like a budget, like a money budget. And you only have so many to spend each month. So if you don't want to go out with friends or coworkers or go out to lunch at work, or, just like random things that you are asked to care about, either emotionally, physically, financially, to really think about, because I'm guilty of just kind of trying to be nice and please everyone and go along with what, just laugh along. Okay. And like last night I went out with some friends from work, and it was nice, but at a certain point I'm like, I really want to go home. But I kept like walking around with them, and then finally I was just like, wait, do I have this in my budget? I don't think so. Like my emotional budget, I need to go home right now. So anyway, yeah, just talking about other books, that one's also a really good one to read if you feel like you're overworked at all. But You Are a Badass is just, that's a life-changing book. So I can't wait to actually start talking about it with everyone.
Yeah, I didn't introduce, but I was telling one of my best friends about You Are a Badass, and she was like, oh, that's the one about like how to stop self-doubting yourself and like feel like you're awesome. And she's like, oh, why are you reading that? And I was like, aw, this is like the most amazing book ever. Like, I feel bad that you feel that way about the book, It was just like, oh my God, I don't know. It was just such a crazy experience, because at that point I was like halfway through the book and I had felt like so much happier and like set huge goals for myself, and it's really life-changing. At least it was for me. And so when she said that, I was like, ah, that's so weird. Like,
well, maybe she's never experienced any kind of self-doubt.
Maybe. And I mean, when I was starting to read the book, I didn't really have any doubts either. But I also don't think that I had any like huge goals for myself. So for me, it was less about doubting myself and more about like achieving greatness and like stepping outside of my comfort zone. So, and I
think I need to read the book.
Yeah, it's good. You won't regret it. All right. Well, Jillian, do you have any other questions or topics or anything?
Well, so we talked a little bit about what we wanted to work on this week physically, which was mostly like sticking to our exercise and meal plan. Does anyone have anything that they want to work on mentally? Like, for example, for me, it was just to stay positive, because that's a really difficult thing. Is anyone else struggling with anything mentally, or just have goals mentally?
My goal is to doubt myself that I can do this or that I can't do this, or things like that. Because I have a big problem with staying on track, so I have to really focus so I can stay on track.
Emily, were you going to say something?
Yeah, sorry. I was just going to say I'm sort of along the same lines as Jillian, just sort of staying positive. And I've found actually that it sounds a little corny, but meditating has been super helpful. There's this one guy that I really like to follow named Andrew Jackson. He has like a Scottish accent, which is really soothing. So he has like a 1-minute meditation, a 5-minute, a 15, a 30. So he has like a bunch of different lengths. And depending on the day and when I'm doing it, I'll just like listen to a minute or something, and getting me focusing on like my breathing and stuff definitely makes me have a more positive outlook on the day. So
nice.
That's awesome. I was recently told that I should meditate right after I work out, because like it's time, like you work out, you're like breathing hard, then sit down, close your eyes, meditate, and it's supposed to be like really positive and effective time to do that.
Yeah, I've heard that too, and also like right before bed to help you have a good like deep sleep.
Nice. I feel like my goals are both what Emily and Tammy said, because for me, I like I wake up in the morning and I'm just like go. Like I work out, and then I log onto my computer, and then I do all sorts of things. And so focus for me on activities that will like make me happier, or like make me feel accomplished throughout the day, like staying focused on those rather than getting sidetracked on lots of other side projects and whatnot. But also at the same time, really, I guess you can accomplish this through meditation, but like just like, I don't know, being in like a sound spot throughout the day, not like getting so flustered over certain things or getting like super emotional about something that has no emotions to it. So just kind of being an even keel throughout the day with all of the activities that I have going on.
That's a good call. I recently, like yesterday, I feel like I have a lot on my plate that I've put on there that I'm happy to put on there recently, but it's easy for me to approach every day being just totally overwhelmed right off the bat and not like really enjoying it, just trying to get through it, trying to accomplish everything, but not feeling happy about it. And like, what's that life? That's not life. Like I should be truly enjoying each of these things. You know, there are going to be challenges and there's going to be easier things, but I don't want to go through every day being kind of stressed out and finishing everything and then feeling relief. Like I want to feel just an overall sense of calmness and like lightness while I'm doing my life, basically.
Yeah, I agree. Excuse me. I feel like I'm coming down with a sickness, and I feel like that's partly why my body was just like so drained this past week. But I also feel like this might be an excuse that I'm telling myself, so I'm trying to push through. All right. So do you guys have any questions or anything that you guys wanted to talk about or ask or get ideas on anything?
No, other than the Shakeology, I'm pretty good.
Good.
Is almost everyone in our group doing 21 Day Fix, or are there people doing other programs too?
Yeah, I'd say like 90% of the people are doing 21 Day Fix.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing Hammer and Chisel, and a combination of like that plus my own gym workouts. I know somebody else is doing Turbo Fire.
Cool.
Yes.
I'm doing 225.
Yep, Jillian's doing 225. But
I'm doing the fix plus the Fit Girls Guide.
mhm.
Cool.
Yeah. So, and actually, ever since 21 Day Fix came out, every program since then comes with the same portion controlled or similar portion controlled meal plan guide and the actual containers. So,
Yeah.
like Hammer and Chisel came with that same thing. So, even though it's a
Yeah,
different,
I ordered it and was like, oh, okay, another set of these containers. That's good, I guess.
yeah. And so, and I think it's because it's so effective. So, for people that actually follow the meal plan and use the containers and everything, it's so effective that all of the other programs are now using it. So, I think, and I also,
Yeah, and I also like how for Hammer and Chisel, they have like the 3 different options where either you want to lose weight, you want to maintain, or you want to bulk up. So like with my fiance doing it, you know, obviously he has slightly different goals than me. So it's neat how you can adjust based on what your, you know, overall goals are.
yeah. So is your fiance working out with you right now?
Yeah, he is. He's
Nice.
doing 21 Day Fix with me. So
Awesome.
he's excited to try Hammer and Chisel.
Does he like 21 Day Fix?
He does, yeah, because he is he played soccer in college, and so he you know, has always been really athletic and been fine with cardio, whereas like cardio is the death of me. So for him to lift weights, it's like a difficult thing that he hasn't done much of, versus for me, like I've been doing a decent amount of lifting over the past 2-3 years. So it's funny how like the things that are really hard for me are really easy for him, and the things that are really hard for him are things that are easier for me. So it's a good mix.
Nice. That's good. So you can each push each other when the other one is struggling.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice. Cool. One of my goals is to work out with my boyfriend more this upcoming week. We used to do it all the time. Well, not all the time, but like 2 to 3 times a week. And then he got a gym membership at a different gym than me because he was going with a friend. So he like has been doing that. But he loves Insanity Max 30 and T25 are his favorite ones. So I want to work out with him a little bit more. It's nice. Like,
yeah, I find like it motivates me a lot more just to know that, okay, well, I'm going to be doing it with someone else, and someone else is watching me do this. So I better have good form and push myself really hard.
yeah. And I love our group because I love checking in with you guys afterwards and being like, I did my workout. I'm like feeling awesome. But during the workout, it's really nice to have at least one person there to push you forward.
Yeah, definitely.
I actually know of some people that do a similar Zoom chat like we're doing now and work out together at the same time. So,
oh, really? Wow. Cool.
yeah, but they work out at like 4:30 in the morning, so it's like ridiculous. But we could actually pose that question to the whole group if anyone would be interested in doing a group workout. We can all do the same one.
People would have
that would be cool.
Pausing.
What, Jill?
People would have to be okay with me pausing every time I got out of breath.
That's okay. All right. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions or anything, we can end the call. But I wanted to thank you guys, first of all, for hopping on and participating in the group and this chat and everything. So thank you guys. And I hope you have a great Super Bowl Sunday and we all hit our goals for the week ahead.
Thank you. This is great.
Thank you guys. Have a great day.
You too.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.